Caitlin Clark said, "No layups in my house," and sent Angel Reese flying like it was a Southwest commercial. That flop had Academy Award winner written all over it. But the refs really looked at that and said, "Yep, that's definitely murder," and gave Caitlin a flagrant like she pulled a knife out mid-play. And Angel tried to run up on her and said, "You're crazy as fuck. What the fuck are you doing?" And Caitlin's all like, "This is just basketball. It's either a layup or free throws. Pick one."
It's just a good take foul, you know? If either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a good take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
And just like that, Caitlin Clark dropped a triple-double, won by 35.
This is the moment that sent shockwaves through the WNBA. Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie, suspended by her own coach after a heated clash with Caitlin Clark. Fans expected fireworks between these two, but no one saw this coming. What started as a routine foul exploded into the league's most dramatic suspension yet. Was it passion? Was it recklessness? Or was this the breaking point of a rivalry that's been brewing since college? Today, we uncover what really happened inside the Chicago Sky locker room, why Caitlin Clark has once again been dragged into controversy she didn't start, and whether Angel Reese's suspension could mark the end of her WNBA journey. Buckle up. This is not just sports, it's survival.
Clark and Indiana Fever is currently putting the beats on the Chicago Sky, and I'm telling you right now, Angel Reese is furious because she wants to make it her business to beat Caitlin Clark this year, and I'm telling you right now.
Hi, sports supporters. Well, I told you guys there would be a follow-up video on the nuclear fallout. That's exactly what it's been. Over the take foul, as Caitlin Clark is calling it, and that's a great way to say it. It was a take foul. She was trying to prevent a wide-open layup, although one could argue that she might have missed it anyway, on Angel Reese, and then Angel Reese went absolutely, utterly berserk.
It all began when Caitlin Clark drove hard to the basket. Reese met her with a foul. Nothing unusual until the aftermath. Instead of walking away, Reese stormed toward Clark, shouting in her face, forcing teammates and referees to separate them. Clark, unfazed, brushed it off. It's just basketball. Nothing malicious about it, but the coach wasn't impressed. Chicago Sky's Nola Henry immediately pulled Reese from the game. Fans were stunned. Was this just a tactical substitution or a public punishment? Within hours, rumors spread. Reese wasn't just benched. She was suspended, and that raised the question, was this about one play or a long history of controversy finally catching up?
This little white girl and Caitlin Clark out here busting that flat out, bro, triple dub. And I don't want to hear none of that stat padding stuff, bro. She had a triple double, and that's just the facts, man. That's just the facts. So I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, she fouled her hard, bro. It was a malicious play." Man, that wasn't no malicious play. This is a malicious play. Check it out. What y'all gonna say?
About the hard foul. Caitlin Clark fouls Angel Reese while going up for a layup. People are making a big deal out of this. And me, I'm looking at it like, look, it was just a hard foul. I don't even think it was flagrant. The only thing that was flagrant was Angel Reese's response, right? How she responded to the hard foul. And obviously you can see there's still a little hate. There's still a little hate out there. But I'm going to say this. WNBA, lean in on this. Lean in.
After the game, Coach Henry faced the media. His statement was short. "We'll handle it internally." But in WNBA language, that's code for discipline. Reports confirmed it. Angel Reese had been suspended for conduct detrimental to the team. For a rookie who is supposed to bring swagger and star power to Chicago, this was a stunning blow. Fans divided instantly. Some defended her passion. Others called it immaturity. But to understand why this moment was so explosive, we need to rewind. Because Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark's rivalry didn't start in the WNBA. It began in college, during one of the most unforgettable NCAA championship games in history.
Basketball player, refs got it right. No more.
Through your perspective on the flagrant foul, what was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, you know? If either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
We're coding this. This is pure hate. Pure hatred for that white girl
in Indy. Excuse me. I need to specify. Sorry. The one that wears 22 in Indiana.
April 2023. LSU versus Iowa in the national championship. Angel Reese didn't just play, she performed. With cameras rolling, she taunted Caitlin Clark with the now iconic "you can't see me" gesture, then pointed to her ring finger. The internet erupted. Some praised Reese's confidence, others blasted her as unsportsmanlike. That single moment created a rivalry bigger than the game itself. Since then, every Clark versus Reese matchup has been loaded with tension, emotion, and drama. And now, in the WNBA, that rivalry has carried over. But instead of lifting Reese's game, it's threatening to derail her career.
The way your players responded there, just to that moment, it looked like somebody was coming over, talking with Angel, coaching staff was talking with her, help calm her down, make sure they didn't escalate any further.
Yeah, I think that it's a little misrepresentation to calm her down. I think emotions were high on both sides, and so I think Angel reacted in a way that any of us would react in a moment like.
We saw Caitlin Clark become the fastest player in WNBA history to have 3 triple doubles. Besides it getting a little bit spicy with her and Reese, what did you like that you saw from Clark?
Speaking of spicy, right? I think that was just a no free buckets foul. Now, it was a hard one, and I think the refs did their job, and I'm glad we could focus on the court. But Caitlin Clark, she came in this season as the MVP favorite for 2025, and even though it's one game, you can see that it may not just be all tough. She had a triple-double, as you mentioned, 20, 10, and 10. And you can see 2 things happening. Playing with vets like Juwana Bonner and Natasha Howard, it allows her to not constantly be doubled or triple teamed or trapped.
Versus Clark, they went head-to-head. Let's check out when as we pick this up early in the second. Angel Reese, she's been working on that jumper, and it's good. Some respect on it. Sky down 3 under 10 left now. Clark finds her spot, and it's a green bean. CC beating the buzzer, and then check this out on the Sky bench. Angel Reese, like, man, come on, man. Y'all need to D up. How you gonna let her get that jump? A little shade. Fever up by 13 at the break. Third quarter. Watch Reese under the hoop here. After the miss, this is what everyone's talking about. She gets a rebound, and then Clark comes in with a hard foul. Reese has to be held back as Aaliyah Boston steps in.
While Reese has built her brand on fire, Clark has built hers on ice. She rarely responds to trash talk, she doesn't lash out, and she lets her game do the talking. After the foul that sparked the suspension, Clark simply told reporters, "It's a good take foul." Nothing malicious about it. That calmness makes her lethal, not just as a scorer, but as a rival. Every outburst from Reese only strengthens Clark's reputation, and every suspension makes the gap between them feel wider. But this latest clash isn't just about 2 players. It's about the WNBA itself and how the league wants to handle its most talked about rivalry. The media wasted no time turning this into a spectacle. ESPN pundits debated whether Reese had finally lost control. Stephen A. Smith blasted her attitude, while other commentators argued the WNBA should embrace the drama because Reese versus Clark is box office. On social media, chaos exploded. Clark fans flooded the timeline with memes of Reese being benched. Reese's defenders called it passion, not a problem. And through it all, one fact became undeniable. Love her or hate her, Angel Reese makes headlines. But will those headlines help her career or end it prematurely? This suspension wasn't a one-off. Since her college days, Reese has been known for fiery outbursts. From clashes with media critics to confrontations on the court, she's always been a lightning rod. Supporters argue that her energy fuels her game. Critics claim it overshadows her talent. The WNBA hoped her arrival would bring ratings, and in some ways, it has. But coaches need discipline, not just drama. And this suspension raises a critical question. Can Reese evolve into the star Chicago needs, or will she burn out under the weight of her own intensity? The suspension has divided fans like never before. One side insists Reese is being unfairly targeted, punished for showing passion that male athletes display every night. The other side says enough is enough, claiming her antics are bad for the game and disrespectful to her teammates. Meanwhile, Clark's fanbase only grows stronger. Every Reese meltdown seems to fuel Clark's image as the disciplined, unstoppable face of the WNBA. But this isn't just about public opinion. It's about what happens next inside the Chicago Sky locker room. For coach Nola Henry, the decision to suspend Reese wasn't just about one game. It was about sending a message. No player is bigger than the team. But suspending your most popular rookie is a gamble. The Sky needs star power, but they also need control. Henry now finds himself walking a tightrope, trying to build chemistry while managing a player who thrives on chaos. If Reese can't find balance, the Sky could lose more than games, they could lose their locker room.